Welcome back to Arkham Reactor. Big G, who are we doing today? You can see who we're doing today.
Excuse me. We're doing Disturbed.
Aye. So, I'm a big Disturbed fan. I don't know if Big G is, are you? You don't mind them? They're one of them bands that you can give or take.
You know, they're one of those bands I've never actually, I've never put them on by choice. You know, it's not a band that I'll be sitting going, oh, I need to listen to Disturbed. You know, like I would be Anthrax or Avatar or somebody like that.
They were one of my first bands, because, you know, I was growing up in them 10,000 Fist days. And then it came out like I thought so on and so forth with the albums. I didn't really like their last album, I gotta say. I wasn't a fan. It was a bit slow for me. It was good it was more toned down than anything else, which I believe this one is just Disturbed back the way Disturbed has always been. And there was a single, Hey You, that was out, and it was, for me, it was just so reminiscent of the 10,000 Fists album. But there's a new single out, and I never seen it. And me and Big G have just looked there, and then there's a new single, Unstoppable. And
One that we've both not heard.
no, so this is gonna be our first time.
That's rare.
That is
for
very
this channel.
Yeah, because what we do is we switch and we'll show each other things that the other hasn't seen. So there's always a first time reaction on the channel for one or the other, instead of being because you don't want to become one of them channels that know the bands and know every song of theirs, but you're just repeating things that you've already heard. We don't do that.
Yeah. No.
We don't fraud.
No.
Anyway, enough of me chatting.
Shall we?
Yes. Pentagram.
You're never gonna stop me. I'm the nightmare you've been dreaming of. Now the day is approaching. Gonna show you what I'm made of. This is just the beginning. Your anxiety is justified. Let me tell you something. There's nowhere left for you to hide. Justice will be mine. You can be certain. That sound of your heartbeat, like a time bomb slowly ticking down. You won't see me coming. I can end your life without a sound. Hear me now. It's unavoidable. I fulfill my vow. There's no escape. I am unstoppable.
I'm very unsure. I am.
I'm liking it.
I'm
It's quite power metal. It's quite power metal though, which I'm not usually a fan of, but it's nice.
Unless his voices are getting a lot more grittier than usual.
I like that.
Though David Draymond's always gritty, so that's kind of out of the question. It's just kind of like another step up. But the chorus, I'm not sure. It was the same with the last one, Hey You. It took me about a few listens to get with it, because it's one of
Still
them.
hear that one, but
We'll let him listen.
It sounds to me, I don't know, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds to me like his range is kind of...
His range is going up.
Increasing a wee bit.
Because...
Am I right?
It sounds like it. It's like he's... Especially as well, see, since they done the Indestructible album. No, not the Indestructible. What album was it where they done... Get the name. They're gonna call me.
You're asking the wrong guy.
They're gonna call me a bad Disturbed fan, but I forget the album. Must be.
I'm sure they'll tell you in the comments.
They will. But anyway, they done a Sound of Silence in the album, and his voice changed in the last album they done. It was a completely different new sound. It was like Disturbed go. There was some metal songs in it, but it was like Disturbed have went back and just stripped everything, kept it basic, and it was almost...
Maybe that was deliberate.
It might have been,
you know,
but
to get back to how they started.
But this is This is taking it up a notch from the last album. Definitely, it seems like Disturbed are returning to the way Disturbed sound. Just,
Yeah.
I think this one's going to take me a while because I was kind of disappointed in the last album. Some songs were good.
See, you've got that thing where if you've been listening to a band for years, you're so used to
I'm so
how they sound that when they do change just the slightest thing, you're like, whoa, whoa.
yeah, but see the difference is right. Nightwish sort of changed, but I was immediately hooked onto it. Like
Hmm.
Bury Tomorrow's changed as well. One of the other bands, and I got hooked on it. But this one seemed to take a while because the last one took me a while as well. So we're just gonna go straight back to it anyway. Let's go.
Alright, let's do it. Drums sound huge.
Drum is fantastic.
This judgment can't be undone. There will be no mercy, no lenience while I'm alive. Vengeance is coming. Believe it now, you won't survive. Justice will be mine. You can be certain. That sound of your heartbeat, like a time bomb slowly ticking down. You won't see me coming. I can end your life without a sound. Hear me now. Let's all up for it.
I got it.
I fulfill my vow. I am unstoppable. Don't bother running, it's over this time. We're going to pay now for all you have taken. Hear me now. There's no escape. I am unstoppable.
Ooh. That's meaty. Well, that was clever. Pause it there a second. That was clever. They were kinda in major chord, but see when he hit a note there, it just kinda it sounds like if you played it on its own, that vocal track, it would sound like he was off.
Yeah.
You know, he was off key, but he just deliberately pulled the note down, just ever so slightly to bring it into a really heavy minor. That was clever, really clever. Sorry, you can play again.
No, there's just a few things about this song that I'm getting. I took after the first time hearing the chorus, I got it, but it took me a while. It's
Yeah,
it's unexplainable. Like this is unstoppable. Let's go.
it's unavoidable. It's clever. I just noticed there it's the Star of David with the pentagram
Yeah.
in front of it.
Yeah.
I only just noticed that there.
It was. I'm still not 100% sure. It's gonna be this album, if it's like anything like the last song, it's gonna be one of them ones where I get it, and it'll take me 2 or 3 listens to rather like it or hate it, and it's gonna be one of them ones
Yeah.
that we're gonna do a whole reaction, the whole album, right? So it's gonna be one of them ones that we're gonna have to leave a section, and then just wait for me to listen to it 3 times, then come back to it. Because I'm not good. I don't with the last two, this song and the last one. I don't have a fucking clue. If I like
Nah,
it,
I would say go with your initial reactions because like then you can always come back and revisit.
aye.
You know,
We wouldn't do another separate reaction, and that would just put like a comment underneath what was the actual thought. But
aye, that's what I mean. Even if you just go back with a comment and just say, right, okay, I've been listening to it about 3 or 4 times now, and holy shit, it's definitely a grower
that
or whatever.
yeah, this one here, this one's definitely a grower. I mean, this major does a good 60-70% of the song. That's absolutely brilliant. And some other bits you're like, I don't get it. It's like this is the Disturbed I know, but there's certain parts of it like, where did you get this from? You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
it's just gonna be one of them ones that we'll need to go back and double check. But what was your initial thoughts on it? First, this Disturbed song.
I liked it. As I said, at first thought, right, that's got a bit of a power metal feel, but no, it definitely changed. It definitely changed because it went heavy. There was heavy chugs there, and that's the main riff. I mean, it's pretty much all the way through. There was no real middle section as such. So that main riff is just kind of carrying. That's the main hook, as
the drum,
Jeeps would say. That's your main hook.
and then the drums and that.
Carries you through, but
Aye.
it's a good hook. You know, it's a really good hook.
The drums in that song there were just beating in my ears.
Drums were huge. The kick drum was,
just
I mean,
stop.
it's really powerful.
And then it was like almost
It was
like
really powerful.
when it got to the chorus, it was almost like hi-hat slicing. You know how when they start to do
Yeah,
dee-
yeah.
dee- and then they bring it up and then they just, it's almost like they smash it when they, when you're on your foot's in the pedal, you bring it down and you hit it, and then when it's, oh, well, you can explain it a different way in theory.
Clutch.
Aye, so you're kind of clutching it together, but
Aye.
you're kind of hitting it at an angle that it's making that
I know
sound.
what you mean. It's the kind of almost like a pull off beat.
Aye, that's
That kind of.
yep.
I know it was really, that was the bit that kind of got me at first. I wasn't too sure of that at first.
No, I liked it, but
I was like,
it's not really something that I thought I would hear from this band. But
you know what it reminded me of? That it kind of reminded me of the. I hate to say it because like I'm probably going to get a bit of hate from people in the comments for saying it, but they know what I'm like by now. But it's almost like 80s or 90s big style pop rock choruses, you know, where it's
no,
you know, it's got that feel to it, but
but
there's nothing wrong with that. That's not a bad thing to say, but I think that was deliberate. It was because it had a lot of impact, but it was weird to hear that at first. Because you're with choruses, especially for this kind of style of music, you're used to them either being like really complex drumming or, you know, something a bit more simple now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Really stripped back, you know, but it was weird at first, but I liked it.
I think I've came to my decision. I do like it, but it is a grower. Because I can still hear it in my. I'm not listening to it right now, but I can hear parts of it, and the parts of it is swaying me towards it. So if you want heavy drums, then I have another band for you too. Do you remember Alex Bent?
Yes.
Well, we're
Trivium.
Yes, we're going to go back and listen to some of Trivium's new songs. I've already done the full album, but you still hear them. So
okay.
Anyway, folks, when Disturbed when the album is released, we are gonna go through it pretty much. Me and Big G this month beginning of next month have 2 full albums that we're doing, one of each from us, and we're just gonna go through it from start to finish, minus the songs that we've already done. So just to keep that in specs over them, we create a playlist for you in case you want the full playlist, and every song will be in there from start to finish except from Hey You, because Big G wouldn't probably mind listening to it on his own and tell me what he thinks. Anyway, folks, we're on to Big G's choices next, so